Right, that's us live now. Welcome to today's live stream. We'll just wait for a few people to get on and then we'll start cracking on in today's stream. We're going to be mainly talking about buying the dip and seeing what prices we can get across all altcoins. So we'll start off with dominance once we get a few people in. Let's get that chat rolling, start smashing that like button, and then we'll let's get some people in and start talking about some altcoin price analysis for today. Also, let me know where you're from in the comments, and then we will get cracking. Get a few more in, and then I will start going into some price analysis and having a look at some altcoins. Like I say, if you do have any questions regards to anything crypto related, or anything to do with price analysis, and drop the coins in the description. Can you stream without the accent for us? No, I can't, unfortunately, mate. I can't change my accent. Right, we've got a few in here, so let's start talking. We'll just have a look at the Bitcoin market dominance first. As you can see today, we did break up. Bitcoin had a quite a significant jump, really. We jumped up to around 40k. Yeah, we rejected off very, very close to 41k, and we have started to spin around now. To be honest, I thought we were going to retest those all-time highs, but it looks like we are starting to roll over now, so things on the dominance are starting to drop, because that's what we're mainly interested in. We are mainly interested in the dominance. We do know that we jumped up to 73% back in the beginning of January, and we have started to retrace now. We have come back up to test this level of resistance, which was support. But it looks like we have rejected off that resistance. So I am expecting us to start rolling down soon and dropping further. Hopefully, this is the next major level of support for Bitcoin dominance at 57%. I think once we do drop below that, things are going to get very tasty for altcoins. What do you think of District 0x? I did some price analysis on that project yesterday, so if you check my videos, you will find that video there. Is this the start of a large dump? No, I don't think it is, Michael. I think it's just, I mean, the market moves up and down. You can't expect a market to continually go up and down. I mean, look at, we've had such a good run on Ethereum. Even if you go back in time, all the way back on the weekly time frame, look at that for a run we've had since March last year. We've been on a massive run. So on the way up, you must expect that we will have retracements at some point. So, I mean, we could come down here. So this is the Ethereum chart against the dollar. We could come back down to test this trend line, which is the fib extension on the 1.618. So we could come down to 1,426 and then pop back up. I mean, it wouldn't be a bearish thing for us to come down and test this trend line, not at all. Thoughts on Cma Futures? So yeah, that's a big point to know as well, that Ethereum will be going live on Cma Futures. That's starting tomorrow or this evening at some point. We do know from the past that Bitcoin, when that got listed on Cma Futures, it dumped. But that's not to say it will happen for Ethereum. It has only happened once in the past, so the chances of it happening again, I mean, they could happen, but I personally think that's going to pump. So this could be just some people selling off now to get in cheap before that Cma does start pumping. What do you think about Telcoin? I actually held a bag of Telcoin. Must have been towards the beginning of last year. I ended up selling it. We had a bit of FUD with projects. I've not looked at it ever since, to be honest. Have you looked into Nimic? I've done some price analysis on Nimic, but I've not looked into a project. Currently got 0 in BTC and everything else in alts. Is that crazy? I'm in the same scenario as you. I don't hold any Bitcoin at a minute. If we just go back to that Bitcoin dominance chart, I sold most of my altcoins, my Bitcoin, so I had remaining up and around these levels. We were looking for the, we're pretty much in a new cycle, aren't we? If we just zoom right onto a weekly time frame. If you've followed my channel for a while, you will have seen this setup that I've got. And this was the last alt season of 2017. We do know that dominance was up at 71% and it dropped down to 35%. We have had a couple of alt seasons in between them, but nothing as significant as that alt season then. So for us to have a significant alt season, I think we need to drop below 57%. I think once we do drop below there, I think things will start to look good. I just had to read through a chat. Let me know where you're all from. Somebody's already said they can't understand my accent, so I'm trying to speak normal. What's your thoughts about Link and Xlm? I've held some Link in the past. I never really looked into it, to be honest. I'm not a massive DeFi fan. No, I don't have Telcoin anymore. Looking to buy some more RSR, any potential likely buy zones. So let's take a look at RSR. I'm a holder of RSR, and to be honest, I'm looking to top up. So if we look at the USDT chart, and we'll just go into the 4-hour time frame. I've got some setup here. We'll just get rid of that setup I've got. We haven't done quite a bit of a significant retracement here. I mean, you could say we're in a consolidation band, really. I mean, we have peaked up to our all-time highs at pretty much 5 cents. We have retraced. We're coming back down towards 3.4 cents now. Let's just have a bit of zoom out and have a look at what's going on there. So if you look at this move from the start here, up to the top, we have done a 78% retracement, so that could be the end of the dump now, and we could start to push on. As you can see, we did hit there at 0.034. I mean, the chances are you may be able to get some orders filled down here, but it has hit that 78% retracement level and popped back up. So I mean, just monitor price. You might get another chance to buy in down here, but I mean, that's saying to me that we're going to push on. So if we just look at that on the lower time frames, let's have a look on the 1 hour. I mean, yeah, we've done quite a big retracement there. Take it from that move up to the top. Yeah, I mean, I would personally buy in anything around these prices on RSR. I think it's anything under 5 cents is an absolute steal, and as you can see, we've been up to 5 cents, we've rejected, and I think this is a good price. I mean, we have got some support down at 0.027, but to be honest, I don't think we're going to get down there. So I would, if I had some spare Tether or BTC, I would be investing around these levels. If we look at a BTC pairing, this is a setup from before. We have wicked down to a 618, so potentially we might come down there again. If BTC does go on another run, we could come down to 88 Satoshi. So if you are looking to buy BTC, then have some orders down there. Think we'll bounce off a trend line for ETH. I think we will do, to be honest. There's a good chance we could come down and test this trend line now. We have rolled over here, so it is slightly bearish at a minute. Let's have a look what the Hitman's saying. So the Hitman works out when there's a shift in market momentum. As you can see, we was bullish from the 2nd of February. We did a good rise up to those all-time highs of 1,758. We have got a bearish indicator now, so we could come back down to these levels and retest this trend and then pop back up. I really think that we're going to hit $1,800 soon and then potentially up to $2,000 in the course of the next few weeks. As long as we, I mean, it could be a good sign to test that trend and then pop back up. What about RSR? I've just checked it out, mate. I'm not sure if you just caught it then. I don't have Telcoin anymore now. Thoughts on VeChain? I'm a massive fan of VeChain. I've been holding it since around September of last year. Some of my favourites list up here. As you can see, we was in a bullish uptrend, but we have broken down our uptrend now. So, I mean, things are looking a little bit tasty if you're looking to get some orders filled. If we just put the Hitman on there, see what that's saying. Yeah, again, we are bearish on the Hitman. So let's just have a quick look at some potential buy zones on VeChain. One thing with VeChain which outstands me is the amount of partnerships we have. We've got some massive partnerships, and ones like BMW, China, Walmart. There's a lot of big partnerships out there, but you think, fucking hell. Some absolute solid projects there. So let's have a look at some potential buy zones. We have lost this 618 level, but we've come back up and regained that level. If you're looking for some buy zones, then potentially we have a 786 level if the market does allow at 0.026. But I would be buying at these levels, to be honest. We have done a 61% retracement. If we just go back into a daily time frame, and if you take that move, yeah, I mean, we are coming down to a 786 level, so you could get some orders filled there at 0.026, but I would be buying some around here as well. We have been up to 3.5 cents, and we have rejected off there. We have come back up, we've tested 3.3 cents and come back down again, so I think this would be a good level to buy, but I would be buying at this level as well at 0.027. What is your thoughts on Matic? I've never actually looked at Matic before, so I'm not sure if anybody can give me any pointers in the comments. What would be your altcoin to invest in this dip if you only choose one? Well, I'm looking at potentially topping up on some more RSR. I don't think I've got enough. They have got a massive supply of 100 billion, but that will be getting significantly reduced, and they only have around 9 billion in supply, so I think things are going to get good. They have got some massive partnerships with South American banks, and RSR is a one I would choose to be topping up on. How do you decide when it is the right time to sell all alts? Do you recommend holding all of them until the next phase of the cycle, i.e. when BTC dominance starts? Exactly how you said it, Chris. What I'm looking for when I sell my altcoins is a significant bounce back up on the Bitcoin market dominance. So if you just look at again I'm hoping that we do lose this level at 57%. I can't see us coming back down to those levels again because there's a lot of big people into Bitcoin now. Back then there wasn't so many mass companies. We've got MicroStrategies, we've got Grayscale, so I don't think we're going to come back down there. But I do think we will lose this level and potentially come down to test 50 or 50%. Yeah, I think that could be a nice level. So once we do bang down, and then we do start to pop back up, I will look at selling my altcoins into Bitcoin at some stage. Make sure that you are smashing that like button while you are watching the video, please. We'll get a few more people on the chat. How much in pounds will ETH retest, please? I'm in the UK, thanks. Well, to be honest, I'm in the UK too, but I never ever look at the pound prices. I do recommend if you're looking to trade or invest in cryptocurrency, you do it all against the dollar. Most charts available are in dollars, and then just work it out yourself, whatever it is on your calculator or on Google, for the equivalent in pounds. But I'm looking at $2,000 coming up for Ethereum. I do think that will come at some point. If I just delete this TA that I've got here, I want to show you something that I've got. That level will come apparent in a minute. So if we put the Fibonacci on, so we did a full retracement of this entire move. So that is, we hit down to around $83. We pop back up, and now this is the first target for me, this extension on a Fibonacci. So I'm going to potentially look at selling here. So I'm going to potentially have a short on, only a short period, because I do think that we will test $1,800, get a rejection, and then I think we should pop back up and start pushing up towards $2,000. This red line is the all-time highs. I need to move that up. But I think that is a first major target for me, $1,800. I'm going to potentially open a little short then, and then rebound, and then I think it should be testing $2,000 within the course of the next few weeks, hopefully, as long as we do regain some momentum. Now it's just a bit of a pullback, which is, I mean, it happens all the time on the way up. Your thoughts on Track Oregon Trail? I've never looked into Track before, so I can't really comment on that. Thoughts on VGX, which is Voyager. I had the Voyager team message me asking if I wanted to be an affiliate for them, but unfortunately over in Europe, Voyager is not available yet. If the Voyager app was available in Europe, I think I'd be jumping all over it. I've never actually invested in projects. I've done lots of TA on Voyager. I mean, look how savage that candle is. It is worth noting that this project has been up to $10 before, so I mean, we are on a bit of a mission back up. If you look at the price, it was consolidating for pretty much 2 years doing nothing. It's a good project. It's got a lot of people behind it. It's going to be big in America. Over in the US, you struggle for crypto exchanges and crypto apps. You've got Crypto.com, which is a bit naff, to be honest. Binance US, they struggle onboarding people, and we don't have many options. And same with Gemini and Kraken. We don't have a ton of options available for you to buy on. So it's a shame you can't use Binance in America, because that would be an absolute game changer. But if we just take a look at this in a bit of a price perspective, if you're looking, this is BQX, by the way. If you do trade Voyager on Binance, it is BQX. So we are in pretty much a consolidation zone here. I'm not too sure if anyone can say in the comments, but these wicks, we did wick up to $5.32. I'm not too sure if that did actually happen or they're two scam wicks, so let me know in the comments about that. So let's just drop into, yeah, we are in 4 hour time frame. Have a look at some potential buy zones on this time frame. Tell you what, we'll check the entire move out from top to bottom. it's looking like we potentially could come down to this 61% retracement level, so we could fill some orders down at $1.87. If we do start trickling down, we are in a downtrend, so potentially is that we could come down to these levels and retest $1.87. And then if we do hit that level, I think it should pop back up, and then we should start to target. I've got a first target there of $4. I think once we do hit this, we will pop that down and go up. That is the same as I've got the same setup, which actually happened very recently. I bought Sparta a while ago, and that chart looks very, very similar. It is highs, it started to retrace very slowly down to a 618 and then bang. I think that's going to be the same what's happened with Voyager. I think the same will happen there. Let's get cracking in the comments, see what's going on. Should I buy more ZIL? What's the good entry point? Zilliqa is one of my biggest bags and one of my favourite bags. We did pop above the this level here at 0.06 has been a solid level of support and resistance, but we keep losing it. And I think anywhere under 0.076 is a good area to invest. Let's just have a look at what level I got my fibs here. Let's move it up to that top. If you're looking to invest, then I mean this level could have been a good area to buy. We've very much touched that. If we just manipulate that fib right to the top, we touched that 0.5 level on a fib, and then we have popped back up. So what we need to do really to remain in this bullish uptrend, which is if you take it from, I mean, you could go from this level down here. Tell you what now about level. We are in a bullish uptrend, so we have popped down, but we've popped back up. So I think anywhere orders around these levels is good. Anything under 0.075, which is that level of resistance, is a good area to buy in my opinion. If I tell you what, we'll have a look at BTC pay. I know some people do trade in BTC. This has been, again, it's been consolidating between a level of weekly resistance and a level of weekly support. So anywhere in around these levels is good to buy to me, to be honest. We'll just get rid of that TA. I think this could be a good area to place some orders at 190 Satoshis if you are looking to potentially buy. Got a few more in the chat now. Make sure you are smashing that like button. And if you do have any comments or anything about crypto, or you'd like me to cover some projects in the price analysis, then drop them in the comments. Probably choppy for the next few days, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. Markets are looking very choppy. Some of my alts are getting absolutely dry bummed here. Plutus is getting absolutely hammered. But it's nothing to worry about. I like saying in the beginning of stream, you can't expect it to just keep going up and up. Things do retrace at times. Let's have a look at Ethereum. I do think Ethereum is going to come down and test this level. What I might do is potentially look at opening a long on Ethereum. So from this level here, I think I might open a long with a stop loss at about 5%. And then I think then we could target $1,800 from there. So that is a potential trade setup on Ethereum. I do think that if we do come down to this level, I'm going to open a long on Bybit. I think that we can start to push up, but that is a key level for me, $1,800. I do think that will happen, and if we do hit this level, then I think it'll be even better. I think hitting this support level down here on the trend line could be good news. So that's a potential setup there on Ethereum if the market does allow, and if we do come down to them levels. TWT token future price prediction, Trust Wallet token. I got them as a free airdrop. I don't even have you on. I can't give any price predictions, but I can have a look at the chart. Binance. I think it's only been on a few weeks, hasn't it? So it's probably no data. Yeah, you can't really analyse that. It's on a bit of a moon mission. I did a video of on TWT, but it was just about how to claim the tokens. I think you had to claim them. It was a free airdrop on Binance, and you had to claim them before the 4th of January, I think it was. I managed to claim them. I sent them over to Trust Wallet, and I'm just going to leave them there. I can't give any predictions, really. You can't do anything with that data, and I don't know its use case, to be honest. It might just be another throwaway token, but just hold on to them. I think they're worth about $60, $70 now, so there's no point in getting rid of them. Buy ADA now. ADA has been absolutely flying the last few days. Let's have a look at ADA, see if I've got it on here somewhere. On this ridiculous list. ADA USD. Well, that went well. I hope somebody opened a long on the last time I mentioned about that. That would have been an absolute savage long to get there. Let's have a look how much that percentage was. 70% without leverage, so that would have been a great trade. Let's just get rid of that box. get rid of his TA down here. Let's have a look at some new levels that you could potentially invest on ADA. Cardano has been on an absolutely savage run. We are starting to retrace now, which it's a good thing really. We can't expect things to go completely up. So let's have a look at a potential move here, potential area to invest. We have lost this 382 level, so the next area that you could place some orders is down here. So we have some weak daily support at 53 cents, and it is very close to that 618 level on Fibonacci at 52.7 cents. So this could be a good area to invest if the market does allow. I mean, we did drop down to 58 cents, but it's flipping back bullish again. It's starting to look good, so we may not come back down here. If you're wanting to, if you are wanting to get into this, then I think that we may not come back down to those levels, and we might potentially have some orders here on this daily support of 59 cents. So that could be a good area if you're looking to buy. It is pushing up now, which is a good sign really. That is on a massive uptrend. If you look at that on the, let's have a look at it on the daily. That's absolutely savage. That's incredible how much that's gone up. So that's ADA, some potential areas to invest. First major target is $1. I think $1 isn't even too far away now. Let's have a look at the price range from current prices to $1. 56%, that's nothing in cryptocurrency. Things can do that in space of a few days or in a few hours. Thoughts on Cardano? That's I've just had some thoughts there, mate. When's the best time to ETH trade today? Well, it just depends when you're looking to get in, to be honest. That's a potential setup I've got there. Go to 4 hour. That's a setup I've got on Ethereum. So potential buys at 1,426 if the market does allow, and if it doesn't come down. We might not make it back down to that trend line, but there's a good chance we could if we get a bit of dumpage on the Cma Futures first thing tomorrow. VGX, I've heard those wicks were from buys from age. Avoid a crash when people swarm to a platform, Robin. Yeah, I remember actually people were trying to buy Dogecoin at the same time, and that many people wanted to buy Dogecoin. The actual I don't think Voyager could handle the amount of new users, so it pretty much crashed the system. So we will disregard those big wicks on BQX. How do you think that Doge will do? I'm not a massive fan of Doge, to be honest. I do respect that people want to buy in it, but I mean, it's just a joke, isn't it? It is actually one of the most purest cryptocurrencies out there. It was a fork of Litecoin, and it is absolutely mooning at a minute. It's forming new highs. Let's get rid of that TA. That is on a bit of a moon mission, 0.06. I've got if you watch one of my previous videos, I did a target for Doge up to 10 cents. I do think that will happen. Things are looking very, very bullish for Doge, so the chance are that it could come up and retest. There's a lot of people on crypto who have been in crypto for a while who are very bullish on Doge. They've got all that Elon Musk shite with it, so potentially is that we could come up to test 10 cents, but I can't see it going any higher than that, to be honest. You get loads of people saying $1, $10. It's not going to fucking happen. I mean, it's at 128 billion supply, so at $1 that's going to be worth $128 billion, and I don't think I can see it coming, to be honest, mate. But if you're looking to invest in Doge, as you can see, it moves in cycles. We've hit the high, we retraced. We're forming a new high now. The potential is that we could retrace. So if you take this as the entire move, the chances are we could come down to these two levels. So we have a 382 level at 0.058. And then we have a second fib level down at 0.618. So those are two potential levels to get in if you want to look at buying some Doge. I do think that it could go up to 10 cents, but I can't see it going any higher than that, to be honest. Not with that supply. It is all FOMO and speculation. The project is not doing anything other than acting as a decentralized currency. I mean, it is what it is. It's, like I say, there's nobody running it. It got created as a joke. The CEO or the founder didn't give himself an allocation, so I think he's a little bit bitter about that. But to be honest, those are some buy zones, but I can't see it going any higher than 10 cents, to be honest. Can you have a look at Engine? I used to trade Engine quite often, because I'll show you now, it is very wiki. Let's have a look at engine. USDT. I used to trade this just solely due to the wicks. As you can see, this moves up and down a lot. Let's have a look where we are. We've got a load of shitty levels down there that we don't need. Get rid of all that crap. So this is Engine Coin versus Tether. Looks like we're having a bit of a consolidation band, to be honest. We've, I think these are the highs, to be honest. 49 cent. Let's just have a look at this move here. So we could say this is the start of a move. We are starting to roll over and retrace. If you're looking for some investments on it, we have pretty much done a 61% retracement. So to be honest, we may have missed those buys at the 61.8% retracement level. But if the market does take a turn for worse, you could fill some orders down at 35 cent. And to be honest, even the 786 level sometimes gets hit, so you could also have some orders at 33 cent if you're looking to invest there. First target, you've got to target with round numbers, and I think 5 cent. We're nearly, if you look at a lot of round numbers in crypto, people must front run them by about a few cent, because, and I wonder how many people had orders to sell at 50 cent, sorry, and then it dumped at 49 cent. But I think that's the first target to get above. I think once you do start breaking above 5 cent, then you can start to have a look at some Fibonacci extensions on the higher time frames. I just bought more ETH. Sound. Can you cover XLM? Let's have a look at XLM. It's XLM USDT. As you can see, we had a setup that went wrong here. That little bull flag that broke out. So we're having a bit of we're having a good run here. We've obviously hit that first target already and rejected off that target. We did wick above it. Let's just have a look at some potential buy zones on XLM. If you take this as the entire move, we did pop up to 42 cent. We are retracing a little bit, but that's pretty much the entire market sort of retracing. We've got some support levels down here. We've bounced off it 3 times, so we have daily support at 36 cents. So if you're looking to buy, that could be a good area to potentially place some orders at 36 cents. And then we have the 382 level below, which is pretty much on another level of daily support. So you could get some orders filled down there at 34 cent, but depends how much your market rolls over. If it does start rolling over and coming down towards these levels, then you think you could get filled. And just be wary that we have a solid level of daily support down at 33 cent. First target still remains the same at 40 cent. I think we need to break above that. Will ETH recover? Of course it does. It's not even a significant drop, to be honest, mate. If we look at ETH USDT, look at that. It always drops on the way up. We can't just hope it goes up in a straight line. I mean, if you look at it on the weekly time frame, that is absolutely savage, and you would expect us to drop at some point. People always sell off, people take profits, so, and Bitcoin ends up ruling the party. So it's coming down even further. To be honest, I think it's going to come down to this level. If it comes down to this level, I'm going to open a long at 1,428. I think that'd be a nice level to potentially place some orders for a long. You mentioned using Bybit earlier. Can UK citizens still sign up and use it now? So there was some news very recently about not allowing UK users to use leverage trading. I think people misread that. What it is crypto exchanges that are based in the UK are not allowed to offer leverage trading. And there ain't any of them. I mean, Bybit is I think it's based over in Asia somewhere, so it's based over there. You can use it as you wish. So if you're looking to trade on Bybit, or even if you're looking to use futures on Binance, then you'll find the links for those in the description of this video. I'll tell you what, I'll pin them in here now if I can just find the links. Let me just find the links and I'll post them in the pinned comment. Also, there will be the link for my Telegram group in there, which is a crypto troop. So if you're looking to join my Telegram group, the link will be in there. There you go. So that's my Telegram group, Binance link, and Bybit. So I'll pin that channel there, so if you want to check it out, please take a look at Reef. I did a video on Reef very recently, to be honest, and if things were looking good on Reef, let's have a look. Reef, where's it on this list? I'll go Reef USDT. Ignore that wick. If you ever see a project that's fairly new listed on Binance, you'll always get an absolute monster wick like that. Just disregard that wick. It's a pile of shit, and it always happens on Binance. It's frustrating. We are forming new highs up here at 0.032. Obviously, the entire market is retracing now, so this is retracing with it. I think I'm going to potentially buy some Reef, so I'm going to have a look at some orders down here. We nearly did a 61% retracement. This is the same for a lot of projects on this dip. We've been very close to a 61% retracement, so I think orders at around 0.022 are good places to put some orders, and I think it is cheap to pick them up. It is worth noting that I think they have two chains. I think it's on the Binance Smart Chain, and it's an ERC20 as well, so just have a look into it. I did a video and I fucked it up. I think I got confused about supply, but that's what it is. So that's Reef potential buy zone down there. I can't see it going any lower, to be honest. Can you have a look at DNT? I did a video on DNT yesterday, so if you look onto my channel, you will find a full price analysis video on DNT on that video. Please look at VTUSD. I've already looked at that. I'll just show you a setup that I had. VeChain's one of my favourite projects. I think that you could potentially fill some orders down here at 0.026. But it depends. Just monitor price. It is currently hanging around the 61% retracement level at 22.7 cents. So I would be buying anything I could around these levels. We have retraced a significant amount from those highs, which was the all-time highs. We've already done a 24% retracement, so that is, and you're getting an extra 25% from those highs, so I think that is a good area to potentially buy. I'd be buying anything I could around these levels, to be honest. If you're new into this channel, please make sure you are smashing that like button and you are subscribed. Can you take a look at Alpha? I don't think I've covered Alpha before. Let's just have a quick look. If it's on Binance, if it's on TradingView, I'll cover it. Binance Alpha USDT. Let's have a look at this. Well, that is an absolute massive, massive rise. I mean, how long have we been listed on here? So we got data from October of last year. We've been on quite a big run. I take it that's the all-time highs up at $2.90. Let's have a look at some potential buys here. We have done a full retracement of that move, so I'm going to take a move a little bit lower. Let's have a look. We'll go from this move here. So we'll say that's the start of a move up to the top. We have done a 61% retracement. I would be buying anything around here at $1.96. To be honest, I think anything under $2 could be a steal. We do know that we have been trading up and around $2, even up to $3 at some point. So we just need to remember that even though we are on a retracement, things are still looking bullish. I mean, if you look at this on the weekly time frame, it's absolutely savage. I mean, you can't expect it just to keep going up, and you would expect it to retrace at times. So I am not concerned about this drop at all. This has happened over the course of the last, I don't know, over the last 6 months. Bitcoin's been bullish, but we've always had retracements. I mean, the market does look horrible on my right hand side here. Like these are projects I'm holding all the way down to here. So BTC, Ethereum, Zilliqa, VeChain, Polkadot. All these projects I'm holding, some of them are down 20%, some are down 25%, but it's only a paper. It's only a paper drop. I won't even worry about it, to be honest. As soon as they go down, they'll pop back up. What I want to do is just cover Evido. Evido is one of my favourite projects. I've done a few videos in the past. We've had an absolute savage rise recently, and look at that. That's insane. We are getting a bit of a sell-off now. But again, it's nothing to worry about. I would, let's have a look at some potential buy zones. If you take the entire move up here, this could be pretty much a good area to buy. If you're looking to buy some Evido, you've got 0.000011, so that's in wrapped ETH, so that's pretty much in Gwei. So if you're looking to buy, I would buy it down at M prices. Let's have a look at that in dollars a second. Let's have a look on Evido. Can't spell it right. Evido USDT. So here we have, what setup is that on? Let's have a look. So if you're looking for investments on Ethereum, we'll take the entire move here. So this was a starter move, came all the way up to the top, rejected. So you're looking pretty much at this level down here, at pretty much 16 cent. I think 16 cent could be a nice tasty level to get some orders filled down there. So that's Ethereum, again, one of my favourite projects. Let's have a look. So that's that covered. Right, let's say I'm going to do about another 20 minutes on this chat. So if you have got any questions with regard to anything crypto related, then drop them in the comments, and also drop me some projects to let me do some price analysis on. You're in Pluton, so I buy in. Oh, it's up to you, mate. To be honest, Graham, I think Pluton's a solid project. It's been around since 2016, maybe before. It's been up to around $55 Pluton. If we look at it now, I mean, I don't think this is a QCon chart, so we've not got a ton of data. It's a decent project. I've been using my card daily. I think I've even got it here with me on my card. I use that every day. Get cash back. I get 3% cash back on all purchases. I use a lot of fuel for travelling to work, so I mean, I've been getting a fair old chunk. I think I've got about 15 or 20 Pluton now, just for free, just for using the card. So I mean, times that by 7 at minute, and you're getting a couple £100 there already for now. But if you're looking to invest in it, then you've got to target some of these levels down here. I'm not sure what the hell that fib's doing. We've shot right up to $16, which is absolutely mega. If we take this entire move here up to the top, you would expect, I mean, we've lost this 618 level, so if you're looking to invest, personally, I can't see us come back down to these $5 regions, but I would be throwing anything I at it down here. We're currently at $7.77, so I think it's a good area to potentially buy. What's your buy point for Bitcoin? Personally, I am not buying Bitcoin at a minute. I think it's time just to be holding altcoins, and if you look at the prices on my right, everything is dropping, so now is a perfect buy the dip opportunity. I'm looking to place a long on Ethereum, so if we just look at the 4-hour time frame here, this is a potential long I have got set up. Hopefully we can come down to these levels, because if we do, I'll be jumping on Bybit and opening a long and riding that long, probably 5 times leverage and riding up to around $1,800. Let's have a look at Feta network. I've been getting some shit in the past for calling it feta, like feta cheese, but that's my accent. Let's have a look at Feta. Let's get rid of it. All that TA is a bit obsolete now. First target is up at $3, I think. I had a big target. I did some TA around here, and I said, I think we're going up to $2. We smashed up to around $2.50. We've retraced, and then we've formed some new highs at $2.58. Things are looking good for Feta, but obviously things are coming down. So if you're looking to invest in Feta and you've not got in already, we have hit the 618 level. I mean, I sound like a broken record, but everything on the 4-hour time frame has done a 61% retracement, so we may have missed the orders there, but have them in place at $2.12. I think that could be a good area to potentially place some orders. What I'm looking for on a lot of altcoins, if I'm looking to potentially buy in on something that's done a savage move, then I always wait for a move to go up, and then wait for a 61% retracement, and then that should be the good time to buy, and then let's try and target some new highs. So I think the first target of $3 is incoming. I mean, we are on a bit of a consolidation period around here. We are trading in a decent area, but I do think that $3 will come at some point in the course of the next few weeks. Can you comment on the price of AMP by 2025? For real, 2025? I've never looked at AMP before, so I can't comment on that. Coty, let's have a look at Coty, Devon. I think I've done some price analysis on Coty before. Coty. Well, again, this is on a massive uptrend. There's a lot of projects which look very, very similar on all time frames for all altcoins. Everything's looking bullish at the minute. If we take this, we are on an uptrend, as you can see. Ignore the wicks. Sometimes it just drops through it, but it bangs back up. We're looking for a daily closure, so we are on an uptrend at the minute. Potentially is that we could come down to test this trend. So potentially is that we could come down to around 0.064, so 6.4 cent around these levels. But if we just drop into a 4-hour time frame, we're on an uptrend on the 4-hour time frame as well. So if you're taking this as a start of a move, as you can see, that was the start of a move there. We popped up, we come back down, we popped up, we come back down. This is the start of a new move. So potentially is, I mean, I always look at 382 level and the 618 level to potentially place some orders. We've dropped down to 382 level, absolutely to a T. So may have missed buy-ins there, but if the market still drags us down a little bit lower, then we could get rid of that. We could come down to the 618 level. So potentially we could come down to this level, or we could come down to test the trend on the daily time frame. We just have a zoom out. As you can see, the 618 level is there, but we could always come down and test this trend. So, I mean, what's that, 6.5 cent, or even towards the 786 level. This could be, we should drag that across. We could hit this level here at 6 cent on the nose. 6.1 cent could be a good area to potentially buy. Before you finish, can you give some bullish price predictions on ZIL, RSR, VET and ETH? Well, I mean, some of them are my favourite projects. I can't comment on RSR because I think it's still too young. With Zilliqa, all I'm going to say is that I do believe that all-time highs will be broken at some point this year. All-time highs was 23 cent. I think that we can, in a good bull run, hit 50 cent at some point. There's a lot more bullish people than me with regards to price predictions. I mean, I like to be a bit more conservative, to be honest. And then if my targets are smashed, then we're hey. But I'm not all for these fucking influencers giving, I don't know, Ethereum $20,000, Zilliqa $10. I mean, you've got to be realistic, and I think 50 cent would be an astronomical target from current prices. I mean, it could blow it out of water, and I will happily watch it smash my target, but I think 50 cent is a reasonable and down-to-earth target for us to achieve this year. With VeChain, I mean, that's got a lot bigger supply. It's currently at 2.7 cent. So I think anything 30 cent plus will be an absolute massive bonus. Again, you've got people saying $10, $20 for VeChain when, I mean, it's possible, but you've got to be realistic, and I don't think it's going to quite happen yet. I mean, Ethereum, I think Ethereum at some point, maybe not this year, but I think we will hit $5,000. It is a nice level on the Fibonacci extension, but first up, we've got to look at this area really. 1,800 bucks first on the long, and then $2,000. I think $2,000 should come in the course of the next few weeks, and we just have to monitor a price and see what goes on. I'm not going to give a prediction on RSR because I need to wait till the supply is sorted out and what's going on there. I'll do about another 15 minutes on the stream, guys. So if you do have any projects you'd like me to take a look at, or if you've got any general crypto questions, then just fire them in the chat and I'll try and get to them. While you're in here, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get a few more in for the last 15 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Elrond. Let's have a look at Elrond. Is that EGLD, is it? I think I've already got it. Elrond USDT, OKX chart. There we go. Yeah, that's been on an absolute monster run course of the last few days. If you look at that on a weekly time frame, look at that. That is absolutely savage. My first target has absolutely been annihilated, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that TA. What we need to do is drop right down to a 4-hour time frame and have a look at some potential areas that you could invest. This is absolutely mooning. This doesn't even need to look at the dumps. I mean, this is absolutely flying. Let's just drop to an hourly time frame. So we have done a bit of a retracement here and then pop back up. So have a look at this. We'll take this as the entire move. We are pumping at the minute, so chances are we may not roll over and may start pushing up, but I would potentially look at some orders around here at $119. Could be a good area to potentially target if you are looking to buy some Elrond. So that's Elrond versus Tether. I've gone right down to the hour. I don't trade on the hour time frame, but because it's so bullish and the candle is pretty much straight up, I think you need to focus on the lower time frames for entry. So $119 could be a good level. If it does start rejecting though from these levels, I think you could look at $109 too. Yes, I've done Reef, mate. You'll have to watch it back on a replay. I've just joined. If you have just joined, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel to be notified. I'm going to be pushing out new videos. I'm trying to do 2 streams a week and then some other price analysis videos between all the rest of the videos. Just try doing something with Uniswap. I only sent $115 worth of ETH to MetaMask just to test to be safe. Swapping for Bondly was free or $35. The Ethereum network at the minute is an absolute nightmare. If you're using indexes that are Ethereum based, I don't know, SushiSwap, Uniswap, 1inch, it's a pile of shit at the minute because Ethereum network is absolutely hammered. I've got a load of random coins on for free, on the Coinbase Earn program, and I've got a load in my Coinbase wallet. I didn't realise till the other day that you can actually sell them direct to my Coinbase wallet because they've partnered with Compound, so you can trade on the actual Coinbase wallet. I think I had about 4 or 5 band, which were about $40 or something like that, and I wanted to swap it just to some ETH. The fee was $240 and all that. It's absolutely pointless. I've just left them there. But yeah, the Ethereum network is an absolute pile of shit at a minute, to be honest. So if you're looking to buy things on Uniswap and that, then I'd just be careful. If you can get on a centralized exchange like Binance or any other exchange you're using, I would use that for now because you're just going to get mugged off. Entry prices for Ethereum. I've already covered that a couple of times. If I'll just put that chart up. Oh, that's what time frame I'm going to put on the 4 hour. My entry point for ETH, if it does allow, is on this trend line at around $1,422 if we do come down to retest this trend line. I'm hoping we do, to be honest. I'm looking to open some longs from here. This is a long setup I've got. I've got to take profit up at $1,800. That is a Fibonacci extension on the weekly time frame. Can you check ETH? Let's have a look. I've never done ATA on this before. So look. But again, this is one of them projects that's been absolutely flying recently. Rise of DeFi. That's last time I did some TA on it. It was down at $58 and now it's up at an absolutely ridiculous. It's been up to $542. That's absolutely savage. We are starting to roll over now, so let's drop into a 4 hour. As you can see, it's a clear rollover right now, so we should be targeting some levels. I think that's around the, I get that's a 38% retrace. We'll take this. So this is the beginning of a move up to the top. Very, very close to doing a 61% retracement and popping back up. So, I mean, if you've been watching my stream for the last 40 minutes, you will have seen so many projects have nearly done a 61% retracement. So, I would always advise buys here. So $382 could be a good area to pick some ETH up if it does start to push down. We are on a bit of a rise here on the if you go down to the hour or the lower time frames, it is pushing a bit, but I think there's a good chance that it could come down and fill some orders at $382, and at a 78% level is $339. So that's 2 levels there that you could potentially fill. I mean, price targets. I mean, you got to look at some of these Fibonacci extensions, so you're looking at $612 and then $700. I think this is going to push up to $1,000. It'd be rude not to push up to $1,000 when we've made it this far already. So, just monitor the price, try and pull some orders down here, and then ride that wave up. I moved into ADA 5 hours ago into a bit of a panic. What do you mean moved into ADA? As in sold it, or what have you done with it? Sparta if possible. I actually discovered Sparta near the beginning. I'm holding some Sparta. This is a setup I had on SPA a while ago. I was looking at this move. I think I bought mine around this level down here. One of the guys in my Telegram group suggested it. I bought in, and look at that for move, it's been flying. But I did suggest that once we hit this level, we would have done a 60% retracement. This was a buy zone. We have popped back down and we popped back up. So, I mean, we've smashed my first target at 10,000 BNB. So that is the first target really, to break back above those all-time highs. This is a very low valued project. I'm not too sure. I think it was around $89 million when I first got in. But things are looking good now. I mean, if you're looking to invest, I mean, this setup is pretty much invalid now. What are we on? 4 hour time frame. Let's have a look at some potential buys. We'll take this as the beginning of a move here, up to them top. We are currently sitting around the 61% retracement level, so to be honest, I will be buying some around here. But if the market does allow, you've got a 78% retracement level too, so you've got 0.009349, that's in BNB. This is only tradable against Binance Coin on Binance. And then we have 0.008215. So there are two levels that you could potentially target if you are looking to invest. I just joined. Have you covered ZRX? No, I've not. If you are new to the stream, please make sure that you are subscribed, because I'm going to be doing a couple of these streams a week. Let's have a look at ZRX USDT. That's 0x. Again, so many projects are looking very, very similar. I mean, that is such a savage move. You could say we are on a bit of a bull flag potential here. So, I mean, it could break to the upside, it could break to the downside. But let's just have a look at some potential areas to invest. If we just we'll take the move from here, top to bottom. If you're looking to invest, we are starting to form a bit of a downtrend now on the 4 hour time frame. So the chances are, if we don't break above that, then we could come down to the 618 level. So if you're looking to invest in 0x, target $1.20. I think that could be a nice level there for you to invest if the market does allow. Let me switch myself over here. So that is potential area to invest. I've got no targets above really. I mean, breaking above $2 is the first major hurdle to get through, and then just monitor your price. But yeah, I think buy zones around here could likely be filled. You kind of look like my mate from Manchester. I live quite close to Manchester now, to be honest. I'm up in Northwest now. Have you done ETH? Yes, I've done ETH. I've covered it about 6 times now. Right, I get you, Yarrick. Yeah, if you've moved into ADA, to be honest, mate, I wouldn't go all in on one project. If there's so many good altcoins out there. I hold about 8 or 9 different coins spread out. Don't spread yourself too thin. If you're only putting a certain amount in, don't spread yourself too thin. But I won't lump everything into one. If you are riding that ADA wave, then that's off to you, to be honest. It's a solid project. I don't hold any ADA, to be honest. I just prefer other projects. I mean, you could potentially look at some buy zones down here at 618 level, but it is what it is. I'll finish up now anyway. I'll just have a look at a Bitcoin dominance chart just to see what's going on there, and then we'll wrap this stream up. If we just drop into a weekly time frame, you may have seen this picture before. If you're new to the stream or you're new to my channel, then you will have noticed this. It's even plastered all over my Twitter. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart over the course of the last 4 or 5 years. This was alt season from 2017. We did hit 71%. We banged right down to 35%. This is the current situation now. We was at 73%, which is higher than I thought we would go, but we lost that straight away, and we are dropping. These are 2 massive levels of support. We have tried to get back above it the last few days over a weekend, but we have rejected again off this level of resistance now. The next level of support for Bitcoin dominance is 57%. So I think the market will come down here. If we do lose this 57%, it's going to be astronomical for altcoins. All this room which is an uncharted territory. We've been down there once. To be honest, I don't think that Bitcoin is going to sunk below 50%. There's too much money in Bitcoin now, too many big players. MicroStrategies are buying everything up. Grayscale are buying everything up. So, yeah, I mean, we just monitor those two levels, those two green levels. If you are not in my Telegram group, join it. The link is in a pinned comment and the description. It is a Crypto Troops. If you've got any projects you'd like me to cover, I've not covered in the in this video, then drop into my Telegram group and I will cover them. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure you do smash that like button and that you are subscribed to my channel. And I'll catch you next time.